And welcome back to the Cape Town Fashion Council's COVID Reboot series. I'm your host, Colin Donsko. On today's episode, we tackle the topic social media advertising, tools and tactics. Now, Facebook advertising expert and growth marketing strategist Luba Perik joins us on this episode. Mr.
Hi,
Perik,
guys.
good day and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking time out to chat to us. On the series, we've identified 20 industry experts to assist the SME fashion sector migrate and revive their businesses going forward. Now, today we're tackling the social media conundrum of how social media advertising has evolved to an advanced state, but is still being put on a pedestal. We're looking at both the challenges and the opportunities for brands to play in the space. And we're glad to have you as an expert on the show today, Mr. Perik. But let's start at the basics. Goal setting. What should SME owners aim to achieve with social media marketing?
Okay, I divide the goals that we can use for social media in five categories. And the good thing with social media that you can use them all at once, of course. And first of them is, of course, product marketing. So those all are different types of marketing generally, but you can use them as social media goals. And first is product marketing. So basically your goal is to promote your products, to generate sales of them or your service, of course. Second thing is branding. Of course, you're sharing your brand awareness, establishing brand on the market. Next thing, which I believe that is very important on social media and which should be the goal for all brands, is building community around your brand and building your audience. The next goal is providing customer service on social media, because we know that more and more people are contacting brands on the social media in order to get answers on question and all that stuff. And the last thing is for promoting your content and content strategy.
Absolutely. And I want to break this down very strategically and also make it quite simple for SME owners to understand. Now, we know that Facebook is still dominating within the space as the preferred marketing platform. Facebook also provides a range of targeting options. What are some of the simple strategies that can be used to leverage this feature?
Okay, so the business owner that are using the Facebook ads needs to know that Facebook ads are mostly relied on the Facebook pixel, and algorithm is the understanding the algorithm and feeding the algorithm is very important thing. Because of that, if your Facebook pixel is completely new, that means that it doesn't have data, it doesn't know how to optimize your campaigns and basically find the people that it wants. So you need to give ad sets with detail, interest, behavior targeting, so for example, if you're selling some cosmetics, try interest targeting like mascara, cosmetics, beauty salons, and so on. When your Facebook pixel is fed on with the good quality data, then you can also create lookalikes. And the good thing that I'm utilizing and that provides some amazing results on all of my accounts is putting the ad set with broad targeting. So without any lookalike, without any detailed targeting, just broad. And only customization that has is, of course, if product is for men or for women, and maybe some little age range, customization. The problem that I am seeing on many accounts that I'm auditing for new clients is that people are relying, when they came to the point that they can create lookalikes, they rely complete account on lookalikes. And the problem is that after some time, Facebook becomes polluted, because it has data, it created lookalikes based on that data that you gave to it. But the problem is that it constantly in its ecosystem has, the same data and get polluted and results fall down. So you need to constantly provide the good data through interest, through detailed targeting, and to utilize as well lookalikes and as I said, broad way of targeting.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mentioned in the earlier comment that there's no doubt that Facebook continues to be the most popular social media platform. And I want us to, before we get into the more detailed bit of the platform and understanding the features and how to effectively use that, I want to cover the basics first. So let's start with 6 very basic questions of how to use social media marketing, one of the biggest platforms, Facebook, and then we'll dive right in. Firstly, how do I get started with social media marketing? Give us a basic step-by-step guide.
Okay, so first thing that you need to do, as with everything, is to set up your goals, to know what you want to achieve on social media. Okay, then you need to understand your audience, to create a customer persona. After that, that will naturally leads you to finding the perfect social media platform for your business. For example, we know that Pinterest can bring you great traffic on your blog, of course, but we know that most of their users are women, you know. So if you are some kind of B2B company that is mostly for men's, it will be stupid to provide time in the first place. So you want to choose your primary social media channel to be the one that is you know, for your type of business. After you do all that, so set up your goal, find your perfect social media channels and everything, you need to provide content, because people will come and love your social media profile because of content, and not because of your products, and because you want to sell them through them. Provide the content, and that is only achievable if you understand your audience and provide constant and continuous work on that side.
Absolutely. You mentioned providing constant and continuous content, to putting content
Yes.
out continuously. How often do I post, though? I mean, if you look at the Gary Vee strategy, it's impossible to turn on any social media platform and
Yes,
not see Gary Vee. He's always there.
of
He's always
course.
everywhere. How much content or how often do I post?
As we can look at his strategy, so more is better.
Oh, yeah?
But really more is better. One thing that you do not want to do is to like jump in front of your content. For example, if you post some good content on the LinkedIn and you see your reach is going, your impression is going, you do not want to put new content in half hour. You want to provide that content at time, and then put new content, because algorithm will favorize that one. But more is often, and that is achievable with trying to do a micro content of your macro content.
Yeah.
That is achievable with resharing your old content. That is achievable with curating the content, because I think that neither of us have a lot of time like Gary Vee with his team of people to
Yes.
constantly providing and you know, I mean, creating new content. So we need to reshare, we need to do stuff like that in order to provide good content to our audience.
Absolutely. Another big question is, we know that organic reach is a thing of the past. And so these big platforms are obviously pushing advertising via those platforms. But the reality is that not all small to medium businesses often have the budgets, to spend on advertising. So apart from organic reach, what is the easiest way to gain new followers or to increase your follower count?
Basically to behave as a human. For example, if LinkedIn algorithm recognize that I send you a message and you send me a message and we repeat that 20 times, it recognizes us as a friend. So because we are friends, it is normal that we would like the content of each other on our LinkedIn feed, because you know we are friends, we like each other.
Absolutely.
So behaving as a friend, commenting on other people posts, sending them DMs, but not sales DMs, but like communicate with your audience. That way algorithm will favorize our content in front of those people.
Absolutely. And that just takes a bit more manual work, I guess, because you've
Yes.
literally got to go out and
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Another big question is the topic of, you know, what percentage of your audience or your followers are actually seeing your post. So what we've done in the past was we've sold numbers. If you look at influencer marketing and those type campaigns, they've all been structured around selling numbers. But realistically, based on analytics and also you know, based on what you're seeing with these platforms, what percentage on average of followers will see a post?
Basically, it depends. I know that you and our audience that is looking now do not like that answer, but it depends. If the content is good, if in first 1 hour you have 100 likes, algorithm would say, okay, this content is really good. Audience on my platform like that, and because I want audience to be on my platform, I will give this content more reach in order to, you know, keep my audience on my platform, you know. And because of that, creating good content is very important, because you will get enormous reach and you can go viral only if your content is good. If not, it is around 3 to 5%, I think, which is very, very low.
Which is quite low. And I think that's important for business to understand, because I still find that often SME owners think that because they've posted once in the morning, you know, the entire audience has seen their post. But that is not the case. If we're looking at a 3%,
Yes.
you know, 3% of your total audience seeing your post on a daily basis, that should give us an indication of how often we should be posting or how much content we should be putting out, because you want to attract or reach more of that audience. Let's zoom in a bit more, Mr. Peric, because especially the Facebook ad space becomes very complicated if people don't understand the basics. I did say earlier that organic reach is a thing of the past, and this is something that we confidently say because of the way these platforms you know, are evolving and offering these new features. Let's talk about Facebook ads. We now know that SMEs are forced to use Facebook ads or spend on Facebook ads in order to get a bigger reach. Which Facebook ads perform better?
Again, it really depends on your goals, but I mean that most of people that are business owner trying to achieve conversions, so I will recommend using the conversions. When it comes to the account structure, of course you need to have one prospecting campaign that will lead to people on your website. And if you have multiple products, I will recommend using catalog sales, because that way you can show different products to different audiences, and Facebook is doing a very good job there. My recommendation is to use a broad type of targeting in order to give Facebook space to find and to basically optimize distribution of those products between that audience.
Yeah.
And next to the catalog sales, of course, you need remarketing. You need remarketing for people that, for example, view your product but didn't add it to cart, didn't purchase it. You need remarketing for people that added to cart but did not purchase it. And you can use the cross-sell or one deeper type of remarketing that is basically targeting all people that bought from you for, let's say, in last 120 days, but did not bought in the last 30 days. This is very good remarketing segment, because people that already bought for you give you, they gave your basically trust. They know how your business is operating, they know your products and so on, and that is a warm audience that is very usually welcome to the offers and so on.
And repeat purchase. Yeah. Let's zoom in on remarketing just a bit more. What are some of the simple ways to do this? So to remarket, you know, to those previous, without you as a company seeming forceful or seeming, you know, to be too much in the audience face.
Look, I know that many of business owners and my clients always telling me, I do not want to my brand look like I'm begging for the sale.
Exactly that, you know? Yes. Yeah.
Like a 10% discount, please come back and so on. But we need all to have in mind that sometimes me personally start to buy something online, forgot where my credit card is, or something distracts me and I forgot about it. So if the product is good, if that is something that I really need, and if that brand built inside me motivation for buying that product, I would be thankful for reminding me about that if the job is done correctly. That way, I believe that it should be much better to focus our communication in the top of the funnel campaigns, where we are presenting ourselves as brand first time to people and not look salesy there.
Okay.
Of course, that a goal of remarketing is to bring you back to the website to buy, and we all know that discounts and so on are just motivators for us, and because of that I said it is much better to present less salesy in the beginning, and if people are showing to us that are willing to buy from us, then to not put that much.
Absolutely. That's some great insight, because I do find that many business owners they're afraid to remarket because they don't want to
Yes,
sound pushy when it comes to sales.
but it should be opposite. Yes.
Absolutely. So thank you for sharing that. Another big question, and I think probably the biggest question when it comes to spending on any marketing, efforts, is how do I work out the return on investment on ads, and specifically on Facebook ads?
Yes, very simple. So calculation for return on ad spend is basically revenue that you earned divided by the amount that you spent, and of course you can multiply that with 100 to get percentage. And if you are looking to calculate your return on investment, then on the bottom where you have the amount that you spend on ads, you need to add the cost of the product, I don't know, cost of transportation, cost of the workers, of I don't know what, but all costs are down, and up is the money that we earn, and that is the basic calculation.
Absolutely. Thank you for touching. I could spend hours with you just discussing that one point, because that's generally the biggest question for any manager signing off a budget. How do I calculate the return on this money? So thank you for pointing out
yes,
that basic.
It's very important to have, and I would recommend to everybody within every advertising, beginning of every advertising, you need to have your target return on ad spend or cost per purchase, because if you are optimizing actively campaigns, and that is only way that to achieve some good results, you need to have your goal. You need to know how much money, your break-even, basic break-even numbers, how much money are you willing to pay your customers to buy the product, because if you're going over, you're not earning, even if you're achieving the sales. So you need to have that in mind before anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, here's another big challenge within the space, within the SME or the social media marketing space, is often we want a quick fix. And I want you as the expert to touch on this. How soon will I see results from social media marketing? And I think it's important that business owners understand it's not an overnight, a success. It's not a quick fix. It's a strategic process, and you can almost calculate, how you're going to start seeing results. But just generally, how soon, based on what you've seen, do we start seeing results?
If basically, look, if your conversion rate on the website is good, if your website do not have any technical issues, if everything is made great and naturally lead people to make conversion on website, and if you have good advertising, you can see the good results from the beginning, and then you're scaled up. Basically, it doesn't matter if you want to achieve a bigger return on ad spend or bigger revenue, but then you are scaling. When it comes to the organic, it really needs time, and I know that is not good to message this, but it's true. You need to put money if you want to start selling, and you need to drive traffic inside your store, website or wherever, in order to be able to sell or basically to do everything. So it really depends of how much money people have in their pocket. Absolutely. Because many of times clients come to me and trying to sell, for example, $500 of product, and they're expecting from me and my colleagues to find the man or woman who will purchase for $5. that will be 100 return on ad spend, which is it is not impossible, but is not that usual. So you need to put the good expectation first.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to ask you to be as honest as you can. Organic reach, is it a waste of time today? In light of, Facebook ads and these new features via these platforms, is it a waste of time trying to reach a new audience or followers organically?
If they done right, Facebook ads and Pinterest ads, of course YouTube ads can do great job for the goal that as it reach or brand awareness. And sometimes it is much cheaper to pay YouTube ad to reach the brand awareness than to paying the social media manager monthly to do that job. But on the other hand, the way that you're growing your reach is putting the content and making your social media profiles looks great. And because of good looking social media profiles, you cannot achieve the maximum of your advertising, because everybody will, not everybody, but many of people will come to your social media profiles before they make a purchase, to see the reviews, to see if you're professional, brand, and so especially if they're in the top of the funnel. So I believe that organic reach, more that tasks that you need to provide for that is important if you want to make maximum of social media marketing. So you need to put organic and promotion.
So you should be using them together. What is the biggest mistake to avoid? And I mean, you're very familiar with these mistakes, and I'm pretty sure in the work that you do, you see this. What is the biggest mistake to avoid when using social media for marketing?
Thinking that people are coming on social media to buy, not from you, just from you, but to buy. So if we ask ourselves why we are on social media, we are not to buy, because if I want to buy something, I would type in on the Google. Because of that, both in social media marketing, both in social media advertising, especially in the top of the funnel, I'm saying that again, because for example, you're in the park and you're went on your Instagram to see what are your friends doing, or to chat with somebody. You do not want my service, you do not want my product. So I need to give you good offer to motivate you to come on my website and to put the money, to forget why you came on the Instagram at the first phase.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that is the reason why a good offer, good discounts, and so on are important.
Absolutely. That's profound insight, because we're not aggressively selling on these social media platforms. We're using it as a link to direct the traffic to our e-commerce platforms or our websites. Now, as of April 2020, a total of 3.81 billion people around the world are using social media, putting the worldwide social media penetration rate at about 49%. Now, in this fast-moving world of social media marketing, don't be left at the train station when your ship is sailing from the harbor. Before I let you go, Mr. Peric, what is your final tips or advice for SME business owners?
Trying to promote good content, to provide good content, because both on organic and both on the paid, Facebook and other social media platforms are favorizing the content. If your content is good, you will achieve great results in both of those cases. Other thing is, don't listen to others. Facebook is competitive now, but put money in the Facebook. If you know how to do it, you will earn money, and that will be my last advice.
Absolutely. I love that. And as we've been saying on this episode, organic reach is a thing of the past. So as an SME owner, you need to learn how to use or effectively use these platforms to benefit your business when it comes to social media marketing. Now, it is Luba Peric, a Facebook advertising expert and growth marketing specialist, our expert on the show today, discussing or have been discussing social media advertising tools and tactics. Mr. Peric, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. For more exciting and informative episodes with industry experts and pioneers, visit ctfcdigital.co.za. This, of course, is the COVID Reboot series brought to you by the Cape Town Fashion Council. I'm your host, Colin Donsko, and until next time, take care and God bless.